Good morning, traders. Today is Tuesday, November the 13th at 6:47 a.m. Starting out looking at the global stock markets, basically all in the red. Hong Kong, Australia, and Taiwan are the worst performers. Top headline today: Europe gives Greece 2 more years to reach deficit targets. That was a result out of the meeting that was taking place yesterday. Finance ministers granted Greece until 2016 to cut the deficit to 2% of gross domestic product. They put off until November the 20th a decision on how to cover additional Greek needs of as much as 32.6 billion, 41 billion US dollars, but they left unclear whether the IMF will continue to contribute. News out of Italy today: we had the CPI come in flat. We also had Great Britain CPI, and that actually edged up not only month to month but year over year as well. Tuition fees and education costs added nearly 0.4 percentage points to the monthly change. The blue line is the month over month change, the yellow line is the year over year change. As we see, we've been coming down nicely, but now we see this tick up, and now you could conclude that that's probably why the BOE decided not to do more QE last week. Great Britain PPI was also reported. We had an uptick in the input, which means that's the raw material prices. They had to pay more. And then with the output, we had a tick down. That's the prices that they can charge to consumers. In the yellow, we have the output. In the blue, we have the input. What you want to see is a rising levels. That's indicating that the economy is getting stronger. We had the Germany ZEW survey today, which measures investor confidence, and that actually slipped down. The prior expectations were negative 11.5, and now we slipped down to 15.7. That is because the morale of Europe and Greece is weakening. Notice that during the recessionary period, this kept slipping down, and then when we bottomed out in March, we started moving back up again. Now we see the tick down. This is something to look for right here. On the U.S. earnings economic indicator front, we have small business optimism index at 7:30 a.m., and then we have retail sales coming from Goldman and Redbook later on in the morning. 2 p.m. we have the Treasury budget. And remember, New Zealand trade at 4:45 p.m. Everyone's looking for this number. Some big stocks set to release earnings this morning. We have Dick's Sporting Goods, Home Depot, which already released. They beat the actual consensus number by 3 cents year over year, up 14 cents, and we have a 4% increase on revenue. This isn't very attractive. Remember, we like to see at least 8 to 10% increase. Then we have GY Energy. We have Magnum Hunter, which is a resource trade, MHR. Michael Kors. Everyone's watching Michael Kors. If you're a day trader, watch this today. Saks, TJX. So a lot of retailers are reporting before the open. After the close, we have Cisco, IM Gold, symbol IAG. And that's all the big ones. Quick check on the futures markets, starting with a Dow down 34 points, but we did start to edge up. We were down about 50 about a half hour ago. NASDAQ down 10 points, which is leading the way down once again. S&P 500 down 4.5 points. Russell marginally lower, 1.5 points. Gold trickled down. Remember, 1737 was playing resistance. Now we're down $1.30. Crude oil down 12 cents. Remember, fiscal cliff is weighing on crude oil and other raw material components. Silver up marginally higher, 0.07 cents. US dollar index up. Euro is up at the same time. Now, euro was down for the majority of the day, hitting a low at 126.60. Now we've started to move back up to 127.15. So we're going to watch this very closely here, and that could put pressure on the dollar, and then the markets could get a rally because of that. Bonds are trading up right now, so is natural gas. That's the news this morning. Good luck trading.